Erin. Do you ever look at competitors or fitness models and wonder how they get so darn shredded for their competition or for their photo shoots? It's not magic, it's actually science. And if you have 6 days to experiment, or if you want to get ready for your own contest or your own pool day or an event, then you can definitely do this at home. So I'm going to go through the basics of the meals with you. I've got this handy little cheat sheet. I'll include the information below too, so you can follow along. And then we'll go through a depletion back workout. And the idea here is that your muscles have energy stores. It's glycogen, so it comes from carbohydrates. And when these energy stores are filled up, the muscles look full, round, beautiful, and the body looks a lot tighter, if you will. So we go through the first 4 days and we're going to deplete all of the energy stores from the muscles. It's about as fun as it sounds. The first 4 days really suck, not going to lie. But the last 2 days here, we're going to carb load and then take a couple days off from the gym, allow the energy stores in the muscles to become replenished, thus looking fuller. So if your event, for example, is on a Saturday, start the previous Sunday. You're going to reduce your carbohydrate intake to less than 30 grams for the entire day. Try to keep your fats low too. You can increase your lean proteins if you like. Try to get your lean proteins in the form of food. So try not to do shakes. The whole thing with kind of getting rid of your inflammatory foods is going to help here. So try to avoid wheat and dairy during this week if possible. Not saying it's a problem for you, but it can be potentially harder to digest. So you're going to increase your salt during these 4 days. So just put salt on basically everything because that's going to help give you pumps in the gym because you're not going to have carbs, obviously. And then keep drinking your water. Keep track of your water intake. So from Sunday until Thursday morning, this is what you'll do. You're going to wake up on Thursday morning and you'll start carb loading. So you have approximately 30 grams of carbs. Do white rice or sweet potatoes. These are two of the most easy to digest carb sources. Keep your protein about the same and keep your fats low still. And continue drinking water. Starting Thursday morning, no salt. No salt on Friday. So really pay attention to sodium because it's in almost everything. And you want to try to keep your sodium intake to 200 milligrams or less for the entire day. So that's the food situation. And again, I'll put that down in the description. With the workouts, what we're going to do is we're going to start with a leg workout. And that's going to help deplete those energy stores almost immediately. So you'll wake up on, on Sunday. So you do legs on Saturday, so week out. And first day of no carbs then is back day, then chest day, then shoulder day, and then arms. So we get kind of easier as the days progress. We're going to go through a back workout so you can kind of see how it's done. The goal here is to do 40 to 50% of the weight that you would normally do. And as soon as it starts to burn within that muscle, add 2 more reps. So we're just trying to completely deplete, going in compound set form here. We're going to do 2 compound sets and 4 sets of compound sets total. So let's get into this back workout. The goal here is to do 4 compound sets. So that's 2 exercises per compound set and 3 sets within each compound set of 12 to 20 reps. So here, starting with the wide grip lat pull down, followed by a single arm cable row. And form here is going to be so important. You can go a little bit faster on the concentric part, so where you're pulling down, you could explode just a little bit, but make sure you're getting that full stretch, that full range of motion. Lead with the elbows, keep the forearms nice and straight, really pull through those lats, squeeze the shoulder blades together. This is gonna help you get rid of those glycogen stores, which will in turn, hopefully, help you carb load in the days to come. So really pull through. As soon as it starts to burn, do 2 more reps after that. That's how you know it's working with this workout, is when it burns, you're on the right track. So don't be surprised if you go from 20 reps to 15 reps to 12 reps. So on to the single arm cable row. And I really do like using machines for the most part with depletion workouts. You can start with free weights if you'd like, but really kind of stick with machines here because it's going to give you that constant tension that you need. You have less chance of injury because when you're depleted, you become a little bit more fragile, delicate. So for this, just like any other unilateral or single arm exercise, I'm going to start with my non-dominant side first. I'm going to count the number of reps that I can do on that side and make sure I match it on the right side. So proper form again is key. Pulling through that elbow, keeping the elbow close to the rib cage, making sure the right side and the left side are a mirror image of each other. So keeping those shoulders square, really feeling it in those lats. And that full stretch, I'm telling you, is where it's at for these depletion workouts. So you are fully engaging everything and really attempting to get rid of those glycogen stores. So whatever reps I do on the left side, I'm going to go ahead and do the same on the right side. Rest in between compound sets is about 30 to 45 seconds. Moving on to the next compound set, this is just a high incline row with dumbbells. Then I'm going to bump the bench down and just do a single arm bent over row. So here, going a lot lighter than I would normally go. And don't be surprised before you even start if you are pretty fatigued. This is normal. So choose a weight that is about 40 to 50% of what you would normally do and really control it. So just control it through all aspects of the range of motion. So here I'm making sure that I'm not engaging my traps at all and pulling right through the elbow. So this is a really good compound set. Just lower the bench to flat. And then again, starting with the non-dominant arm. So I'm going to start all of these exercises with that left side and let that dictate the number of reps I'm able to do on the right side. So here, shoulders stay square. And I'm really focusing on pulling with the middle part of my back. And again, when you feel that burn, just keep going, pull through it. This is going to be the hardest depletion workout that you'll do, the back workout, because then you'll have chest, shoulders, and then arms. So really just got to push through this one. So again, making sure form is on point, pulling through the elbow, forearm stays nice and straight, pulling with just the lats, getting that stretch at the bottom, and working through the burn. The next compound set is going to be a close grip lat pull down, followed by straight arm push downs. So here, moving towards still doing the compound movements, but adding in a little bit of isolation work, because as you start to fatigue, it's a good idea to switch from your bigger compound movements to the smaller isolation movements. It's going to help you body and mind. So here, I'm leaning back just a little bit more, and I'm focusing on pulling this handle to about my collarbone or upper chest. And this is going to help really target the upper lats and the upper back. That's what I really want to work on. Not so much interested in the lower lats. Upper lats will make the waist look small and make you look like a superhero. So now on to the straight arm push down. And here it's important to think about almost pushing this bar down to the ground and try to push to below your knees. So if you can visualize that, it's going to help you really engage those outer upper lats, which is what the goal is here. So just work on that. Try to keep your body as still as possible. Keep your elbows straight. This will keep the triceps out of the equation here. And choose a weight that is manageable. If you choose something that's a little too heavy, those traps are going to take over. Keep your back nice and flat. Really focus on just using your shoulders as the hinge and really pushing that bar almost straight down. Moving on to the last compound set. This is a cable row that we've added double handles to get increased range of motion, followed by a single arm lat pull down. So here, sitting nice and upright, pulling these handles a little bit higher because again, the focus is kind of on those upper lats and the upper back and working on depleting those glycogen stores from that area. So really focus. This is the last compound set, and at this point you're going to be pretty much fried. That's normal. So you'll feel that your lats won't stop burning. It's hard to flush that lactic acid, and that is the feeling you want. So if you feel that way, then you are on the right track. So keep that neutral grip, pull through the elbow, and don't use momentum. So here's a single arm cable pull down, and I'm starting with that left side, left leg forward, giving myself a nice base to pull from. I really like these in a lunge position because it gives you a solid foundation. So you're not really worried about having to balance. You can just focus on keeping your body still and pulling through that full range of motion. So again with this, keeping my elbow close to my body, nice neutral grip. That neutral grip keeps the biceps out of the equation and really pulling through the pain here. And with all of these, hoping to get between 12 and 20 reps. So really start counting after 12 reps. And if you choose a weight that's too heavy for the first set, it's okay. Feel free to drop the weight even mid-set. That's fine. We're not looking for PRs today. We are looking to get all the reps in and get all the reps in with that long, full range of motion. The last exercise is just a finisher. It's going to hit a little bit more of those rear delts, but also hit the upper lats. Hit the traps just a little bit. These are face pulls, and using a double handle here, this is really awesome for giving you that overhand grip, which tends to be a little bit easier on the forearms. For this, focus on keeping the body as still as possible. You can see I'm moving here just a little bit. Ideally, you want to be still. Really stay present and mindful because the more perfect each rep is, the better your results are going to be. So here, aiming for 3 sets of 20. So it might sound like a lot, but if you're doing 20 pounds and you're used to doing 60 pounds, it's shouldn't be bad as a finisher, but it should burn. For the best results, give yourself 6 days to deplete and load. And keep in mind, the results are temporary, so this isn't something that is going to be sustainable. You're going to look shredded for 24 to 48 hours. So if you have an event or you have a pool party or a photo shoot or whatever, you are going to be shredded beyond belief for 24 to 48 hours. Don't forget your spray tan. It's the icing on the cake. It's going to give you that muscle definition. Everything is going to look fuller. Everything is just going to pop. And if you have any kind of imperfections, the spray tan will help to minimize those. Don't forget to continue to drink water. This is so important. Your muscles are 70% water, and when you carb load, you need the water in order to digest carbs. So don't try to cut water. You're going to feel better if you're well hydrated. You're going to look amazing. And if you try it and you like it, tag me on social media. I would love to see your 6-day results. And if you like this video, please consider subscribing. And don't forget to click that little bell. You'll be the first to know whenever a new video comes out. Thanks for watching. Until next time, train hard, y'all.